Silo episode 5 now out and available for you guys to go and watch on Apple TV. I've just watched them and tell you guys my thoughts on it. Smash your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you guys all think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And let's talk about the newest episode of Silo right now. Okay, so Silo episode 5 in the books, done and wrapped up. We are continuing this watch of this show that is actually, quite frankly, been quite good. I'm actually surprised at how good this has been and how much I'm enjoying it. And obviously we know last week's episode with the whole attack going on the deputy, Mans is actually, unfortunately, passed away. We see that early on in this episode. Now, episode 5 has really changed things for me when it comes to this show. It's gone from a good show to an incredible show now. I am all on board. I am loving this show so much. And episode 5 just showed you the sheer amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Mystery and corruption that is going on in the silo. There is so much to this. Now, obviously, once they find out that Mans is dead, now they've got a dead mayor and a dead deputy. And there's this beautiful moment in this episode that is when there's a conversation going on about, like, the judicial people are trying to keep order in the silo. But when you kill a deputy and a mayor, that causes absolute chaos. That can cause disorganization amongst the silo, disgruntled people. What comes from all that? When you don't get the answers, a rebellion sparks. So this is where the corruption side of this starts to come in. We obviously know Sims. They have been pushing. He has been pushing so hard to get this other dude in as sheriff. Why? Because he's one of them. And this is what they're doing. They're trying to get someone into the role of sheriff so that they can manipulate and control the silo. That's really what I got from this episode, is that they are trying to control everything. They're trying to cover their tracks, and that's what this episode is all about. It's all about Julie figuring out who killed Mans and why they're trying to cover it up and who is covering this up. And there's this beautiful moment where we know that everyone doesn't want her to be sheriff. No one wants Jules to be sheriff, but we start to see that she is driven here to find the truth. She wants to expose everything. And this is why Holston chose her, because she isn't afraid to go against the people up top. And that's what I love. And I love Julie as a character. I love Rebecca Ferguson. I think she's absolutely phenomenal in this role. And the way that she figures out that they are behind it and that they are framing someone to send them out to cleaning rather than actually the proper person is absolutely incredible. You had this really thrilling chase on foot that I was on the edge of my seat for. I really was. I was like, look, they're not going to kill her in episode 5. That's kind of like common knowledge. Anyone that thought she was going to die is kind of kidding themselves. I mean, it would take a lot of balls to kill off one of your main characters straight off the bat in episode 5 of season 1. Like, it would take absolute balls. So, and look, I haven't read any of the books, so I have no prior knowledge. I know that there's people out there that have read the books. You guys already know what's going to happen, and that's awesome. But for people like me who are seeing this for the first time without reading the books, you know that she's not going to die, but it's still thrilling. It was still on the edge of your seat. The way it was shot, the way that the music was, the tone, everything about that whole entire chase was thrilling and on the edge of your seat. And there was always in the back of your mind, even though you knew she was going to survive, could they possibly kill her? That was the question that I was running through. I was like, no, she's going to survive. 100% she's going to survive. But then there was always like, wait a second. Maybe they throw in a twist and they do kill her. But obviously she survived. But I love that chase sequence. And then how she figures out everything else. And then we get the moment where, how do they cover this up? Knowing that this guy absolutely messed it up with the evidence. Messed it up. Has been found out by Julie that he was the one that killed Mans. How do they take care of this? Well, there's this door that is for the janitors. And we see Sims come out. And obviously the guy that killed the mayor and also the the deputy is there, and he's like, oh, and he's like, well, you can't see behind there. And then Sims tries to give about his backstory here. So we learn a bit about him as well, and where his allegiance lie, and what he is willing to do in order to keep everything in its structured place, in order to keep the top at the top and the bottom at the bottom, to keep order and to keep peace as they claim it, and to basically control everyone and manipulate everyone to doing their bidding. This is where we hear about the story of his father being a janitor, but really what he is, and this is where Sims became the person he is today, and why he is in that role, and what his role is. His role really is to clean up the mess, and to just, sweep everything under the rug, and to try and manipulate it so that they don't look like they are losing control. And so we get him pushing the guy off the thing, and this absolutely changes the whole complex of what's going on, because now Julie doesn't have anyone to question, doesn't have any motive or anything like that. She knows that this person killed him, but they need to find motive. And if he was kept alive and she gets a hold of him and actually finds out, and he does talk, that throws everything in jeopardy. So they get rid of him straight away. So you have this beautiful moment going on there. Look, and then we find out that they're going to drop it. And then Julie goes back down to see the person who is essentially the mother to her, really. It's like a mother figure. And this is where they start to figure out more things. And then obviously the guy that's in the diner is still there, and he's talking about the stars. They don't know that they're stars, but he knows that there's a pattern going on and everything like that. So now that is a little one like, keep an eye on that and what that's going to go on and what this guy's role is going to be. Because I think he's going to be an important piece of it. I like the actor too. I really do. I think he's incredible, and I'm excited. I want to see more of him come into it as well. But there are so many mystery things, like why. And then when her mother-like figure tells her about, why can't you go any stronger with your magnifying? Why can't, like, a thing I've always said, why is there no elevators here? Like, why would you want to walk downstairs when you can just build elevators and go up and down? And that's part of the pack. So we are discovering more things as we go forward. And this is where that mysterious element and corruption starts to come in. Look, I'm a huge action guy. I love action, but I love mystery. I love these character studies. I love these story-based TV shows as well. And that's what Silo is. It's this mystery corruption show that I'm just finding out little bits here and there, and then it's starting to get those questions going in my head. What is this? What are they? Why are they doing this? It's awesome. I love it. I love it when it makes me think like that and ask these questions. So let me know down in the comment section below, what did you guys think of this episode? Smash it down there. The people who have read the books and are fans of the books, let me know, is this a good adaptation right now of the books? I'm really intrigued to hear your guys' thoughts about it. Obviously, try not to spoil anything moving forward so that we don't get spoiled. But I'm very intrigued to see if you guys think this show's doing the book justice. Because sometimes they can be better than the books. Sometimes they can do it justice. Sometimes they can just be awful compared to the books. Let me know. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.